guys, just in case you're new here, I'm back. I'm a 26-year-old artist who's trying to open up her own art shop. I love crafts, I love anime, I love a bunch of other things. This is the only things I can think of right now. And this is my channel. This is kind of just like my journey on trying to find myself, as well as basically just creating art and sharing it with the world and sharing it with y'all and trying to open up my own art shop at the moment. So today I thought we could make thank you cards. That's the whole purpose of this video, is to just figure out what kind of thank you cards, what kind of business cards I want to make and have. The only issue is that I haven't made art in so long, so I don't want to pressure myself to make the perfect thank you card. So I'm thinking I'm gonna spend the rest of today kind of just drawing and sketching and just like letting my mind play around and then see what I cook up essentially, and use that to hopefully spark the idea for my thank you card, or maybe it'll make itself. So I already have a couple of ideas that I've kind of just been cooking up the past couple weeks or so. I kind of did this sketch while I was at work. We were kind of really slow, so I had time, and I think this would be really cute as like maybe a business card or something. I also have this idea for a print that I could also potentially turn it into kind of a business card or a thank you card, because I really want my thank you cards to be something that people, they don't want to throw away, you know? Obviously people are gonna throw them away, it happens, but I really want it to be something that people don't want to throw away because it is a piece of art and they can kind of just hang it up or do something with it. So I really, for this idea, I really wanted it to be kind of just like a watering can. I wanted it to be a little mushroom character's little house or whatever, and it was in the middle of a vegetable garden. I was thinking probably like tomatoes or something, and so it would just be a cozy little watering can home in the middle of a garden for some sort of character. And then I also came up with this sketch as well. It's just a little thank you bread basket, and I think that's pretty cute as well. I was also thinking to make things a little bit more interesting. I kind of want the thank you card to be die cut. I want it to be like actually shaped instead of just your average square, rectangle, whatever. And my original idea actually, and this idea I came up with ages ago. I was literally just cooking dinner and then it hit me, and I literally ran over to my sketchbook really fast and jotted it down really quick. And so this is the original concept for my thank you card. I was thinking that this would be it, and then obviously it would be cut out, so everyone would be getting a strawberry, and then on the front it would have like some sort of cake shop stand with some character inside, and then it has a cake, and then I'll put a sticker of a cake on top, so that way it's like the sticker kind of blends in with a thank you card, but obviously it comes off, but then when it comes off the cake is still there, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then on the inside or whatever, it'll be a thank you note that says thank you, as well as some like little line marks, and it's my little thank you note that I'm gonna write to everybody. And a part of me wants to do this just because this was my first idea and my first thought, and we can always change up the thank you card obviously, but I'm not for sure if this is the right idea, if this is the right concept. I don't know, guys. I'm a little bit indecisive, but also now that I'm looking back at this drawing, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, she's looking really cute. I forgot how cute the original drawing was because I was so stoked about this drawing that I went into my Hobonichi and I actually kind of colored a little version of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute, but I just don't think I really did her justice at all, obviously, because I did it with acrylic markers, and your girl's not the best with acrylic markers at the moment. It's still a work in progress. We're still learning, and so I guess now it's just trying to figure out also like what medium. Obviously there's digital, but I kind of want to get out of using digital all the time. I have all these traditional art supplies because we should be using traditional art supplies. We should be learning, we should be growing. And so today I was like, what happens if we use watercolor? Guys, I have not used watercolor in ages, okay? I haven't used watercolor since like elementary school. And so today I kind of was just playing around with it and just kind of seeing what is possible, what isn't possible, how to use it, how not to use it. So I tried wetting the paper first, then drawing over it, then I tried doing dry and just going in with wet, obviously wet colors. I don't know. And then so I came up with this flower, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this part. Now this I could have done better, but honestly I was just freehanding all of this. I had no clue what I was doing. I just chose a random color and I started just doing a shape, and I was like, oh, this is giving flower. So then I turned it into a flower. And this, I'm obviously obsessed with bread, so I was gonna try to turn her into a bread, and she was really cute at first, but since I wet the paper first, I painted this one first, right? And this one I painted last, and she was dry, and I had already painted over her again, and then she was dry again. And then so I kept on, so I would go like this, and I was touching it, and it was still wet because I wet the paper first, and then I went on top of it with wet colors, and I was mixing around, and it was a lot of water. And so I basically just kept messing it up with my fingers, which I had to keep going back over and fixing it. And I probably checked it with my fingers like 3 times, and you think I would lightly tap it, but no, I full hand. I don't know why I did that. I personally, I don't have an answer for that, but that's just how it was, okay? So maybe we'll watercolor it, maybe we'll alcohol marker color it. I don't know, but all I know is that right now I really feel like sketching in my sketchbook, kind of just playing around with colors and seeing what we come up with. And if we still want to do the strawberry shop, then we'll still do the strawberry shop. So let's get to doodling. I'm literally so excited. Like, y'all don't understand how long it's been since I've actually colored with colors. Like, I feel like I've been prioritizing content, I've been prioritizing just sleep and resting, and now I'm just like, someone give me some markers, someone give me something, I need to make something. So let's get started. So guys, I actually have a confession. I was coloring that fish, okay, and then I just can't help but stateside has been stuck in my head. And the Winter Olympics literally just finished, and Alyssa, the queen that she is, okay, I'm literally obsessed with her. Her whole personality, her whole vibes, like, I feel it through the screen, and I can only aspire to do the same. But you know, as one does, I got a little distracted, and I was like, I just have to get it out of my system. I have to get it out of my system, okay? I have to get it out of my system. And I decided to do a quick little sketch in my Hobonichi. So my Hobonichi I've been using to kind of just doodle everyday thoughts, ideas, journal, whatever I feel like doing on the page. Anything is up for grabs. I miss some days and I go back and fill them in. Some days I actually fill it in on the day. But today, I just had to put her in there, and I really want to do an actual finished piece. However, I also know that we need to do business, okay? And so I'm glad I have it down and it's there. And I may or may not work on her tomorrow or whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I just feel like I had to confess that to y'all. I did like a quick, I think I spent like, I don't know, like 10-15 minutes on her, maybe if that. But yeah, now we can continue. We can continue making and drawing. She's just so cute, guys. Like, I can't. I'm literally obsessed. Like, should we do it? Should we do the moment? Is that Is that what we should do? Eek. I know y'all hate me. It's okay. Bend over FaceTime boost. That's my ankle boost. For a minute. Y'all, I'm be honest, I don't even know the words, but she ate down, okay? She said boost. Oh, so good. So good. This is also why I never get anything done. I'm so easily distracted, but it isn't my fault that song is stuck in my head and is also stuck in my head, okay? Okay? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Dessa fantasia foi sentimento e a fotografia, tudo que ficou foi uma poesia e o eterno amor dessa alma vazia. Para não cair, não há mais nada do que desistir. O tempo se arrastou e levou as chances. Não sobrou mais nada. Depois da avalanche, tudo que restou dessa fantasia foi sentimento e a fotografia.
So it's the next day and it's afternoon time. I feel like I've been pretty productive so far. I did my daily sketch for the day. Yeah, I've also posted on Instagram. I really wanted to post a bunch of my journal entries that I have in my Hobonichi, so I finally shared that. So now we're probably just going to continue drawing a little bit, and after sleeping on it, I think I am gonna go ahead and do the strawberry shop idea. I feel like it's probably the most cohesive idea, and it's very like fun, it's very simple, very easy, because all these other ideas that I've been kind of jotting down throughout the past few weeks and even yesterday when I was just kind of scrolling and just thinking on it, I feel like the more I think about it, the more complicated I'm gonna get with it. So might as well just keep it really simple, really easy. I do have to go to bowling, however, tonight, but I'm thinking that I can color it while I'm at bowling, which means that I need to get the base sketch down, and then I'm going to use my alcohol markers. So I'm going to have to figure out what alcohol markers I want to use for that drawing, which actually, now that I think about it, maybe we should do that first. That way I get the necessities out the way, and then I can spend the rest of the time just kind of drawing and just basically kind of just doing whatever, to be honest. But that thank you card needs to get done, because that is the next step to make sure the shop gets open. The only other step I have to do is product photos, and I really don't want to do product photos. I have no clue what I'm doing. How does one take good product photos? I really don't know. Guys, I'm gonna need lots and lots of help. If anyone has any ideas or any tips on what to do when taking product photos with stickers and things like that, I'm definitely gonna have to do my research. But if y'all have any tips, tricks, ideas, let me know. Any of them would be greatly appreciated. So we need to get to sketching this thank you card and picking out colors and then packing it all up. That way I can do it at the bowling alley, and hopefully I'll take y'all with me to the bowling alley.
Piso nessa areia fina, vejo no mar uma menina, doce Bahia.
Okay, so we ran into a bit of an issue because my idea was like, I don't know how that window weight is gonna work, so I really wanted to use the iPad to just kind of get like the 3 dimension of it out properly. So that way it's not like looks wonky, if that makes sense. And this is what she looks like. I did decide to get rid of the window just because I feel like the window is just too much. My only issue is that since this is gonna be double-sided and since I'm wanting to do it on traditionally, I was like, how are they gonna be symmetrical? Like, there's no way I can draw 2 of the same thing and then have them fit together and not have it look wonky, if that makes sense. So then I was just trying to ponder out, like, what am I gonna do? I don't have tracing paper or anything like that, so I can't do that and then do it one more. And then I was like, well, marker bleeds through, so then that way I'd be able to see to the other side and I could do it that way. But then since marker bleeds through, I can't color the other side differently unless I'm using acrylic markers, and that's not something that I wanted to use. I really want to use alcohol markers. So now I'm kind of just like, how do I do this? Then I thought about printing it out and then just lowering down the opacity like a lot, so that way the lines are very faint, very small, and like I can barely see them, and then color over them, and then just hope that when I'm done you won't be able to see the sketch lines that I have on there. Plus I'd probably be covering them up with black marker or some sort of line art, but you know, that just still doesn't feel right to me as well. So then I remembered seeing on TikTok, there's a bunch of people with this like air drawing or something where they upload photos into their phone and then they like draw through their phone, if that makes sense. And then like it lowers down the opacity and then you're kind of just like looking through your phone and kind of like tracing. So I went ahead and just bought the lifetime access. It was on sale for like $25 or something like that. And so I just went ahead and bought it, and hopefully I can upload my Procreate drawing into there, and that way I can trace that onto paper and have it go smoothly, because I see so many people use it all the time. So we're gonna give it a whirl and hope for the best, because I can't think of any other way of how to get this symmetrical, because it needs to be double-sided. Like how do I color 2 sides? And then I also thought about, okay, taking a piece of paper and printing it out and then cutting it, but stacking multiple pieces of paper together and then cutting it. So I'd have one piece of printer paper, and that would be the one with the design on it, and then I would have 2 like alcohol marker pads, papers, and then I would cut it out and then remove the printer paper, and then that should be the shape of the alcohol markers. But then I was like, I just still don't know, because then it's like I'm just walking around with this cut out, and I don't know. Anyways, we bought the air drawing, so I don't know why I'm still pondering about it. We're gonna give that a whirl, and then if that doesn't work out, then we'll do the cutout method. I just didn't really want to do that because I really want it to be big, and I think all of my alcohol marker pads are like kind of tiny, and I really want to make this like pretty big. I mean, I do have my mixed media palette. I could just do that. I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna use the air drawing and just hope for the best. End of story. So I know we said we were gonna do the air drawing right now, but I did go ahead and add Studio Mac to the top of the cake shop. So now we're gonna do the air drawing, just because I was like, I feel like it needs something. It's missing something. And you know, we added my business name to the top of the cake shop. Oh yeah. So at first I was just gonna use this big old sketchbook, but then, you know, the spine just doesn't lay flat, and I just feel like that's really gonna bother me. So I'm just gonna use this mixed media palette and hope for the best, and just really hope that the alcohol markers don't really bleed out. But even if they do, it'll be fine. So my goal is to just kind of line this paper up with the bottom of my desk and just hope that maybe I should mark it too. Okay. So we're gonna take the tape, we're gonna line it up towards the side of the notebook.
Okay. So now we have the rings lined up with this piece of tape, this side lined up with this piece of tape, and then we have the bottom lined up with the bottom of my desk. Okay, so now I've already taken my Procreate drawing and uploaded it into this AR drawing, and you can kind of see, well, I don't even know if you can see, guys. Can you even see that? So you can kind of see, there we go, that it has my drawing in there, and so you just kind of draw through the camera. But the thing is that obviously once you move the camera, the location is basically messed up, I guess. So now it's just a matter of sizing and how much bigger we want it. Okay, so I've resized it so that way it's bigger, and I think it needs to be about, wait, maybe I don't even need to adjust this. Wait, how am I gonna draw through it if it's right here? Wait, huh? You know, it's fine. I can figure it out. There's no way I can draw. Literally, this thing is literally in the way. Okay, so bad plan, plan B, C, D, E, F. I do have this guy. I bought this a long time ago, thinking that I would use it all the time, and oh my gosh, where does it bend at? Oh, okay, well, I definitely think that's way too high. Okay, so I still think this is not gonna work that well, but you know, it's fine. Okay, I guess I'll have to draw standing up. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine, guys. Y'all have a little faith in me, okay? For those of you who are saying this isn't gonna work out, I don't think y'all know what y'all are talking about. So now we're gonna take this, we're gonna line it up. Oh no, I moved the piece of paper. Guys, I'm already messing things up. How does that even happen? Okay, hopefully now y'all can see what I'm actually doing. Unlock. I'll even make it smaller. Maybe just a bit smaller. So I think this is the move. Yeah. So now we're just going to take my handy dandy pencil and we're going to, I guess, trace through here. Guys, this is so weird. This doesn't feel okay. This feels so weird. I don't even know if I'm coloring on the paper. I can't even tell. I'm gonna fix it up after, but I really just needed to get like the general shape. This is so weird. It's definitely, my lines are so shaky. I mean, this is definitely one way of drawing, 100%. This does not feel natural whatsoever, but you know, it's okay. I probably should have cleaned my camera beforehand because I'm gonna be honest, this stuff is blurry as hell. I'm drawing so hard. This may or may not be an issue. Y'all, this is crazy to me. Y'all tell me, is it working? I can't see what I'm drawing. Is it working? Someone please tell me. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I'm not gonna write the font because I'm gonna do it better. Well, I hope this paper erases well. Oh, this is making my back hurt, guys. This is not okay. Oh crap. I'm messing up, guys. How does one do this? Oh no, I'm messing up. Honestly, this part doesn't really matter. Guys, definitely if you're doing this, draw softer. I don't know why I'm doing this part. I don't need to do this part. Okay, you know, it's fine. My part I for sure want to do is maybe this part, just so that way it's kind of even. We'll adjust it later. Okay, this is a good sketch. Okay, now we're gonna do the next one. So I have to flip the image just to get the basic outline of the strawberry, which I hope that I have everything down, because honestly, your girl can't freaking tell. So as long as I don't really mess too much with the outlines, we'll be fine. Okay, so now we're drawing another one. And I'm just gonna kind of just try to get it to the same size that I had. Other one, which this doesn't really matter because either way I'm going to resize it again in the program. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it. You literally can see the drawing, and I'm literally drawing through my phone, guys. I think this is a really neat tool. I think this is, I think this is just a really neat tool. I think it's definitely interesting. It takes some getting used to because you're not even watching what you're doing on the paper. You're just too busy tracing. However, it's also not that bad since these are it's kind of like natural-ish. I mean, this part isn't natural, okay? But since I did draw this, I'm recognizing the hand movements that I have done, you know, if that makes sense. Because this is my line art, these are my hand movements, so I knew exactly what I was aiming for. Okay, well, I'm so glad I bought this so long ago. It was actually really neat. So obviously it just comes up like y'all saw, and then this part's also a light. It has a light on the other side. It has like a little remote. And she wasn't too expensive, and she's pretty hefty. Like, I feel pretty confident that I could probably knock someone out with this. Maybe not, but it's pretty hefty, so she's definitely not gonna tip over. So this is the backside drawing. I'm obviously gonna fix up all of the lines and this is just the general shape, just so that way, you know, everything is all fine and dandy. And then this is what the other side looked like. I started doing the border, but then I was like, no, I just did that very sloppily on the iPad. Like I said, I just really wanted to get the placement of everything, and I feel like that is done. My only concern with this is that I was a little heavy with the hand, so hopefully a lot of it erases. If not, I mean, it's fine. We have some black ink and we'll just ink over it. It'll be okay. So I guess now that that's all done, I want to just go ahead and pick out the marker colors and things like that, because I feel like that's probably the most important part as of right now to get done, because I could fix this up, and yes, I want to fix this up, but also at the same time, we have bowling, and I think I leave in like a couple hours or so. I just want to have all my bases covered, okay? Because I'm also watching Bridgerton. The new episodes just came out, and so I'm a little bit distracted and slow at the moment, but it's okay.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, it is the next day, but we ran into a lot of issues yesterday. So, you know how I said I had like a couple hours to pick out colors and stuff before I went to the bowling alley? That was lies. I actually wasn't, I don't know, I guess I thought I left later than what we needed to, and so I basically had to scramble around, and I grabbed a bunch of colors that I thought would look good, and I also never finished my sketch. Plan was at the bowling alley I was going to finish the sketch really quick, test the markers that I brought with me that I thought would be good, and figure out which ones I wanted to use, which ones I didn't want to use, yada yada yada. So while at the bowling alley, I was really struggling with the awning colors, and then I think I finally settled with this kind of maroon color and this like pink peachy color. And then I was also struggling with the color inside of the shop. I had only brought one marker, and it was this color, and I tried layering it, maybe thinking that I needed to be darker and that would look better, and then I just decided that I didn't like it. But the thing was is that I was like, okay, I could just finish coloring it later or like after, you know, like it's not that big of a deal. I just won't color that part while I'm at the bowling alley. And then after I tested all of the markers, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to finish my sketch. So I had brought my handy dandy, my favorite colored
or my favorite pencil, this like yellow orange color, and I was using that, and then I ran out of lead, so I didn't really make any progress at all yesterday in the bowling alley besides choosing marker colors. And then this morning I finished the sketch for the little studio mag. While I was at the bowling alley, I also thought about a shop menu idea, and at first I was thinking like, oh, it could be like, you know, like strawberry cake or just the different things that the menu could have for things to buy. But then I was just like, no, I feel like this is a thank you card. It's like literally for my shop. Like, what does my shop have to offer like on the menu? And just some of the things that I could like think of at the top of my head was just, I want people to be inspired. I want people to be happy. I want my shop to provide joy, inspiration, rainbows, sparkles, just all of the feelings, whimsy, like all of the feelings. After I wrote down a bunch of ideas, I came up with maybe I should do it as like an acronym. And so I was like, wish, and I feel like that's what this whole shop is that it's all about a wish, it's all about a dream. It's built up on just what I want to come true. And so I was like, this is such a great idea. Yeah, and so just thinking about it makes me want to cry. But yeah, so I decided the acronym to be wish, and then so I have wonder, inspiration, sunshine, and happiness for the different things on the menu. And if people see the acronym, they see the acronym, and if they don't, they don't, but it's okay. But I think it's just such a cute idea because it's like a cute like little Easter egg that if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. And then I was also testing different colors for the inside. So at first I had this strawberry red, and then I decided to change it to like a pink, which they're very similar, but obviously one's just like really red, the other one's like more of the pink tone. And then I was just trying to test different colors on the inside, and I'm gonna be honest guys, it was very hard. So I went ahead and just took like my 5 favorite ones, and then I redid them just so that it's a little bit more put together and a little bit bigger, and I could really see like the vibes. And I still honestly have problems with deciding, but I did end up going with this bottom one, this blue gray 3 or whatever, and I really hope this is the right color. Honestly guys, it's so hard. I hope I chose the right color. Oh, so this is the official color palette we will be using. I'm really stoked, so let's get to coloring. So guys, we are finished. Finally, I had to take multiple breaks just because my hand was hurting between the sketching and the erasing, and then especially that line art. Oh, your girl was sweating. So this is the finished
piece. This is just the front side. I think she's so cute. And honestly, guys, I was kind of thinking that maybe I should make this my logo. I'm honestly so happy, and plus, like I said, that menu idea, and this just feels right. I honestly think picking a logo to represent your business forever and ever isn't a thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like things are going to evolve with me, and I don't think there's a reason why I should put pressure on creating a single logo that matches my whole aesthetic, my whole business. And I think this represents me right now. Will this represent me in a couple years from now? Who knows? I think I am gonna make her my logo. Okay, I can't believe we decided that. I honestly made a logo for YouTube like a long time ago with the Studio Mac and the cat, but it doesn't feel like me anymore, and this feels like me. Okay, not to say the other one still isn't cute and doesn't mean I won't use her. I'll probably still throw her on packaging. And then this is the back side. I think this is where I'm going to write my thank you note for everyone. I just feel like this was right because I feel like with the thank you card, it needs to be handmade. It needs to be personal, because for everyone that buys from me, like it's personal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sharing a piece of myself, and like y'all found it and y'all are taking it, and now it's like a piece of, like, now it's your piece. It's like with you now. And so I just feel like, especially for my thank you card, I knew this all had to be hand drawn. This all had to be hand colored, because like, I don't know, you know, like I'm putting as much personal touch as I can. Like, is it that deep? I guess not, but for me, guys, it is that deep. So I hope y'all like it. I'm probably gonna go ahead and scan these in. I'm gonna get rid of the background, and hopefully they print okay, and I can't wait to turn them into actual thank you cards for everybody. I think it's so cute. I don't know how big I'm going to make them. Part of me wants to make them huge, but then I was like, girl, these are thank you cards. These are not. We don't want to waste like paper like that. I hope you guys like my thank you cards and my new logo apparently. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on my thank you card / logo and how y'all feel about it. And now I just need to practice taking product photos, which I may or may not share that in the next video. Who knows at this point? But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful day. I hope this video has helped you just a little bit, or have given you some sort of inspiration maybe. Thank you for joining me on my journey. It means so much, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye!
Golden, I'll follow.